Hey everybody, my name's Lenny Slayer, and I'm a server owner, and recently I've tried to come up with an idea or concept to add to the Lord of the Rings mod. Now, I've been using the Lord of the Rings mod for a while now because it is just crazy in the amount of quality and creativity that goes into it. And hopefully you guys will take a look at this idea and pass it along to anyone part of the team, or help with the suggestions in the comments down below, or add to the wikia. We can create something together, and hopefully the mod team can add something that we all enjoy. Not saying that they're not coming up with their own ideas, but currently they're in the middle of working on the enchantments addition to the mod, which I'm guessing is going to be a crazy addition, and they're working hard on it. So what I wanted to go over today was an addition to not only possibly enchantments, and if this helps at all, but also a way to complete a planned feature that's been on the wiki for a while, and also add something to the dwarves. If we look at the last few updates, elves have gotten a boost with Rivendell, men with Easterlings, Gondor, and Rangers of the North, but now we need some for dwarves, and we could just add a faction, and by we I mean, the mod team. I am not associated, don't work for them, don't work with them, but they could add the Red Dwarves, the Orokarni, or the Iron Hills, but that wouldn't really add substance for the dwarves. What we could do is add mining. And that's why I've gone ahead and tried to create a working concept for adding gems, ores, and crystals. Now if you see here, we have 14 ores, and they're split into 6 different subtypes. And a benefit of this is these subtypes, and all these different ones, are based off of the Minecraft color palette, such as red, dark blue, blue, green, dark green, and so on and so forth. If you look at the wool palette and the hardened clay palette, you'll see what I'm talking about. This could also re-add adamant, which in Lord of the Rings is diamond, and then emerald. Now instead of being used for traders that aren't simply in the map, or creating OP, ridiculously looking armor, they could be used to create different items. Now if we go over, we have adamant ore, we have aquamarine beryl ore, emerald beryl ore, pad parashah corundum ore, ruby corundum ore, sapphire corundum ore, green garnet, purple garnet, amethyst, citrine, smoky, black tourmaline, blue tourmaline, and pink tourmaline. Now it's tourmaline ore for the bottom, quartz, garnets, corundum, beryl, and adamant. Now an original idea I had was just having the 6 basic types, and then you'd put them in a forge, and depending on what you smelt them with, you will get that certain color. Not only is that geologically wrong, it really wastes an opportunity. Tourmaline ore is typically found in volcanic areas. You can make it where if someone really wants a pink gem to add to various items, they have to go down to Farharad and mine this ore, with a very small chance of even finding it down there. That would make players reinvested into searching throughout the entire area. And maybe you'll find tourmaline all throughout the area, but you can only forge them in different kind of crafting tables, as the peoples around those gems have learned to forge them, while others have not. So, these are the 14 ores, and when you mine them, using an iron or higher pickaxe, they'll drop a crystal, such as aquamarine crystal being dropped from the aquamarine beryl ore. Now, these are all the colors, and you might notice that adamant is in its diamond kind of flavor, but we needed a kind of white or gray kind of looking gem to add later. And also, aquamarine looks pretty much close to diamond. Now, you're looking at probably all of those, and you might realize that citrine crystal and the other one kind of looked like a lemon. I'm not a texture guy, so this is just kind of working in progress. So if you put 4 of these crystals into a crafting table, you'll get 1 gem. And the recipe can be changed depending on, the rarity of it, and the shape can be changed to make it look all different, unique, whatever it might need to be. So these are the gems that you would get from crafting 4 different crystals together. Now, up here you'll see that I added a bronze nugget, iron nugget, silver is already added, gold is already added, mithril is already added, and morgul. These are used to create different rings. Now, talking about the enchantments, I was thinking maybe bronze is the lowest tier, iron's the next tier, silver, gold, mithril's the best, and morgul's just unique. Maybe ruby makes it where if you're holding the item, you'll heal over time. Now, a benefit of that is if you have the ring on you, and a whole bunch of different rings, you can have a whole bunch of boosts, but only if you're holding it out. So if you hold it and use it at specific times, it'll help you out. But as soon as you drop it, you got to go back to fighting or running or doing something different. Now, each of these gems can be added to bronze, can be added to iron, can be added to silver, gold, mithril, and morgul. And I added morgul because it's a different color palette, and also morgul doesn't have a lot of variation right now. So I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with it. This is adamant ore, looking into the actual wall, or not looking into it, but how it looks in the wall. Emerald beryl ore, aquamarine, pad parasha, ruby, sapphire, green garnet, purple garnet, amethyst, citrine, brown tourmaline, black tourmaline, and totally not coal, blue tourmaline, and pink tourmaline ore. Now, I don't know how these could help with enchantments, but maybe they can, or just decoration itself. Now, of course, why would I go over rings if we can't go over maybe 3 rings made for the Elven Kingdom of the Sky, 7 for some Dwarf Lords in their Halls of Stone, 9 for mortal men doomed to die, and of course, the 1 ring to rule them all. Now, I couldn't get this working because, as you notice, this is a mod, but it's still using the Lord of the Rings. I'm going to take a quick deviation to go over this real quick. I messaged Mevin a while ago on Facebook telling him about a security loophole that I found to get the source code. He did not give it to me. I did not steal it. And it does sound sketchy the way I obtained it, but I informed him and I let him know that there was a loophole, but also that I'm not going to give it to anyone. I'm not going to make it a mod and distribute it. I'm not going to take credit for it. And the only way I can attest to that is I've had it for almost 2 years now, and I've done no such thing. This is actually the only second time it's ever been acknowledged that I actually do have this outside of the people on my server. The first time was on the official Discord server for the official server. So, no, I'm not going to give out the source code to anyone. No, I'm not going to release this even if it's not loved. I'm not here to do that. I just want to show that I can try to help add something, try to help along. And this is not me asking for any sort of job or become part of the team. It's essentially a combination of an idea and some time. So anyways, back to the topic at hand. The One Ring. A way to balance this is, if you're holding it out, your character will go invisible. But as soon as you get off it to try to sneak up and fight someone with the sword, you'll pop back up. Now, that wouldn't stop someone from going back and forth, but they wouldn't be really helpful. And of course, if this idea is ever implemented, it can change in any way, shape, or form that it needs to. I am not the final say in any form. And then also, crowns. Now, these aren't exactly needed for the mod, and I guess pretty much anything I've said isn't needed for the mod, but it could be something to add for different servers. On any server you go to, there's a King of Gondor, the Queen of Dorwinion, various different things. Who doesn't want to look the part? Now, these are just the basic crowns, and I wasn't going to even attempt to make the faction ones, because whoever's making textures and I've been updating it recently has been doing a fantastic job. I'm not trying to kiss ass, but you have been doing fantastic. If it's more than one person, congrats to both of you. All the textures look fantastic, and I didn't even want to try. Now, crowns would get rid of protection level, as they're an ornamental kind of headwear, but also there could be an added feature of making it where if you're wearing the Crown of Gondor, the local Gondor soldiers will listen to your sword of command, even if you don't hire them. Or make it where Gondor won't attack you, period. I don't know, but that is my idea, and that's pretty much it for the Lord of the Rings, gems, ores, crystals, and that basic idea. Please post down below any suggestions, or tell me any ideas. If we can make this better, let's do it. And if anyone from the team wants any of the files I have, from textures to code, I'm happy and willing to send it at any point. I don't want any credit, I don't need a shout out or anything else. I'm just here to try to help. And then maybe, if I can get more of the source code to work, I might be able to show off a mod of Ice and Fire. But that, of course, would be after I would talk to Mevins and try to clear it more about this. Because, of course, as I agreed to a very long time ago, I'm not going to release anything without his consent. Because this might look like I've put a decent amount of work into this, but it only works because of him and his team's constant and consistent time and effort they've put into this. Either way, hope everyone here has a great night, and I hope you guys are having fun on the mod, and I'll hopefully see you on the official server soon. Thank you, and have a great night.